What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure most of you remember that when it comes to my burnout truck, I've went through a couple motors now. I've caught a couple on fire and just not had such good luck. So I've been fully through 2 different motors. So as you can see behind me, we're at Texas Speed. So you know what that means. I'm getting an upgrade for the burnout truck. I think it's definitely time that I have a built motor with forged internals. They can hopefully hold up to this right foot. So if we have a solid motor, a badass motor from Texas Speed, and I'm learning a little bit of throttle control, I think we're gonna have better luck this year. So I'm super excited. We're picking up my new 408 LS today from Texas Speed. Let's go get it.
There you go. Absolutely.
Is that Raquel's car? All right, so we're gonna pull around back and get my motor, but they also told me that we're picking up a motor for Weston too. So we do have to unhook this trailer first because there's a car in there that you guys will see later. That's one of our friends that we're dropping off to get tuned while we're over in this hood. So we're gonna unhook this really quick, and then that way they can get the forklifts into the back of the truck to put 2 motors in there. I hope I have room for all this. So excited. We got Weston's motor, and we've got mine. You know, maybe we'll just keep both. Cool. All right, we're gonna go strap these down, and then he's gonna give us a little tour. Getting the grand tour.
This is the sales room. This is where you call in, we give you tech support to help you get your parts you need. And Danette and Fonda over here are our customer service ladies.
Oh no.
She's like, no, I'm sure.
I wasn't ready for that.
Machine shop. And this is where everything's done. We kind of broke it up. We break it up into areas. We have cylinder heads and intakes. We have rotating assemblies. We have blocks, and then we have camshafts. So it's nice because we're all organized and be able to kind of separate our areas. Over here, this is where your rotating assembly is balanced. We have these machines that will tell you where to put weight and take weight out, tell you what the bob weight is after weighing everything, that we get an accurate balance. So cylinder heads over here, all of our cylinder heads are cast here in the US, from valve jobs, CNC porting, decking, everything. So it's nice being able to say we have a product that's made here in the US. A lot of companies don't have the ability to say that, but it's pretty great. Block area, so we got rod machine, which hones the rods, the big end installing the rod. We got the line hone, which kind of gives us a true straight bore for the crank. And then we have the cylinder hone, which kind of hones in the clearances what we want for piston to lock. The Centroid over there, we have 2 of them. They deck and bore blocks. One primarily does free sleeve blocks, from what I understand. It will cut the factory sleeves out, and then we press in the darting sleeves. That's kind of a process when I started back in 2017, and it's kind of become really popular with the stock block stuff. Over here, we have our intake machine. Basically our Titan intakes that we make in-house. We have the cast for us, and then we finish machine them. We have them for LT, LS, Hemi. Sorry, we're developing Hemi. We don't have Hemi yet, and we're developing Coyote, and then we have Godzilla intakes as well. So that's all this machine does, is finishing. We have another intake in the works. We actually had a 3D printed version at PRI. There's a low pro intake, so it should fit underneath stock hoods without having to cut. Yeah. So we have our own in-house engine dyno that allows us to test intakes, heads, engines, everything. This is the shop area.
That's where all the fun stuff happens.
Exactly. The trailer park torpedo is getting its new heart, so
that's awesome.
Gotta get some new toys. It's gonna be great. It's gonna go way faster. So Luke over there is hard at work.
Give them a good tour, Jordan. Make sure no one touches any of the machines or anything.
True street car, and Trying to whip.
It's trashy, but it's fast.
It's trashy,
all
but
that
it's
We
fast.
love trashy. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's perfect. Trashy and fast.
Yeah, Zach needs to put a trailer on that 58 so we can put this on there. That'd be a good
That would
photo
be
right there.
sick.
Yeah, that would be cool. We freshened up the motor. I think what got upgraded rods and
Yeah, it's
new
got
cam.
I-beams now, a new cam for the blower, upgraded wrist pins. Let's just say it should make well into 4 digits. So,
What's the goal? 5-6 street car.
yeah, 5-second street car.
Oh, that's sick.
So be able to drive to this track, click
Drive
on
to
the
the track,
5.
go 5s, and then drive it home. No
Drive home.
trailers
Wow.
involved.
Yep.
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty great. The final section that we're gonna see in the machine shop side is the camshafts. As long as it's been our pride and joy. We used to have them made for us, but now we make them all in house. Can't remember when we started, but I think it was 2016, 2017. We started off doing LS stuff. So we have 3 Landis CNC grinders. These things are incredibly accurate, and we can cut pretty much anything we want. Customer calls in and provides us specs, and we pretty much get him whatever he wants. LS, LT, Hemi, and Godzilla. We're still doing some R&D on Godzilla, but we're offering that as well. So these 3 machines pretty much run all day. And then we have a CNC polisher. This thing's pretty neat right here. It cuts down polishing time significantly. Tons of LS products in stock. You can see that when we first walk in here, it just cams from down there all the way over there. And then up here, up top, we got pallets of cams that are stored. So it's nice being able to manufacture and control the inventory a little bit better.
Yeah.
Instead of having to wait on a third party and like have manufacturer delays, shipping delays and all those things. So
Have everything you need right here.
it's really nice to be able to control that. We'll stop over by the build room where we'll see Mr. Pope.
Perfect.
Mr. Pope is our lead engine builder. Great guy.
So we've got a little change of plans. We're not taking the car to the tuners anymore because a hub blew out on the trailer, thankfully just in the parking lot. But so we left it there, and the tuner's actually gonna come and fix the trailer and just get the whole set up. So we're without a trailer now, but we still have the motors loaded up, and we're gonna go grab some B17, some stripper for powder coat, and then we'll be headed back home. All right, we've got it unwrapped. Look at this beautiful engine. And I wanna show you guys a special little detail, okay? Praying hands. That's custom right there. That's an extra little prayer that it holds up to my right foot, okay? So that was funny, Texas Speed. That was really funny. So today's the day. It's going down. So you guys know, or maybe you know, I don't know if you know. I don't know if I've told you, but we're doing a blower on this engine and basically a lot like Zach's setup. But I don't have all of the parts for the blower just yet. Still kind of collecting parts, and you know, like the way my bank account's set up, it's taking a minute. But we are gonna put this engine in today, and basically you guys can see the comparison of the two. So we had this one in for the last event for Florida. This is a borrowed motor, okay? This is Zach's motor. That's a pretty ballsy move on his part, and I would say that's true love. To let someone with a track record of blowing engines up like me to borrow yours, yeah, that's true love. I think he loves me a little bit. So hopefully, I don't think I hurt this thing. So we're gonna give that back to him. It's gonna go in the Impala that's over there. So basically today we're getting rid of this monstrosity, and let me show you the new headers. So we're getting rid of those, and we've got these new Hooker Black Hearts that are gonna be black. And yeah, that's gonna look a lot better than this mess we have going on over here. I don't know. I mean, it was cool for like a minute, right? It did its job. Basically, what we're doing today, so we did get our Holley Dominator in, but we're not gonna switch over to that until we get all of the blower stuff. So we're gonna still use the Terminator for now, and basically just take off all of this, transfer it over to this, and put it in. So the reason why we're just gonna go ahead and put this in without all of the blower parts is because we have an event this weekend, Holley LS Fest. We are actually hosting the Burnout Pit with Burnout Wars. So gotta get everything ready. I don't wanna chance hurting Zach's motor anymore. So we're gonna go with our strong boy over here, the new Texas Speed motor. Break her in right. We are gonna have some time to break it in before the event though. we're not rushing this. Today is Sunday, so if we get it in today, Biddle will have plenty of time to tune it. We can do some testing and actually break it in before we just go out and beat on it. So that's the plan. And I think I'm a little bit excited to see how this does by itself without the blower first. So we'll have like double the fun out of it, I think. Stripped off this bad boy. Gonna move it out of the way. And then we're gonna start putting what we can onto this. Zach's bringing over the intake. We've got cathedral ports this time. And yeah, I mean, we're cooking right along. So Zach is finally back from his 7-hour-long trip to Summit.
Listen, I had to buy Impala parts while I was gone.
He had to pick up some Impala parts too, I guess. So he's gonna help us put this thing in. Shouldn't take too long.
Alright, so we drained the oil, and I was praying there was no metal shavings in it because Miss Limiter Queen over there doesn't know anything but limiter. But oil's clean. We're gonna drop the fan, make sure there's nothing in there, so hopefully everything's good on this thing.
And for all you crap talkers in the comments, I absolutely can't wait until I learn to be a better driver and I'm not on the limiter all the time, and I make all of you eat your words, because it will happen. So one day, yeah, it will happen, because one day I'm gonna be a damn good driver, and not just a damn good driver for a girl, but just a damn good driver, period, because I believe in myself. None of y'all have to believe in me, but just for reference, until I was 17, I used to have panic attacks driving on the highway, and now I drag a 44-foot trailer across the country like it's my mother job. So, you will eat your words, and I will...
If I don't believe you?
If you don't believe me, tune in a couple months, 6 months, maybe a year. It might not happen overnight, but it's gonna happen, I promise. Clean oil, it's not even black yet. No metal shavings, no glitter. That's right, I took care of it. Goodie box from Texas Speed. What's in here, boss?
I don't know. Hopefully an oil pan gasket.
Yeah.
Need that.
So we got a used oil pan going on a new motor. So we just want to clean this up, make sure there's nothing inside that could be potentially bad for the new one. So, for everyone that talks shit about me calling an engine a motor, Zach, would you like to read them the definition?
Clearly on the Google, if you want to look at that. A machine, especially one powered by electricity or internal combustion, clearly what an LS is. It supplies motive power for a vehicle or some other vehicle or device with moving parts.
I'm gonna just start replying with the screenshot of that. Zach's the Charlie Daniels of the torque wrench. Aren't you?
You're the queen of my double wide trailer.
That's right! Alright, so fingers crossed the headers fit.
Maybe down in that hole.
There we go.
You're going to get stainless turbo headers and then run them out that hole. So I think since those aren't going to work, you're going to have to run these the same way that you had them on before, but we're not doing that atrocity coming out the top. We're just going to make it and come out the same holes that you did with your turbo exhaust. So let's have a little fab work.
So what can we do when we have the blower? Can it be different, or do we have to do the same thing?
If we had more than 10 minutes, we could build a set of headers. Have somebody build a set of headers that come
What I
out.
might do is give you my headers and modify it to come out of that hole
What do you mean give you my
After-
headers?
after I build new headers,
When is that?
after LS Fest.
But we're doing those for now.
Yes. Because nobody makes a good LS fender well header. If somebody did, then that would really solve all of our issues.
Well, one of our big issues is nobody makes anything for an LS inside of a D150.
Or an F100.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Let's go eat.
Okay. We got the new Holley high rim going together. There.
Who?
Carrie.
No.
How many Ugga Duggas? All the Ugga Duggas?
No.
Or just a couple? There it is. Just like and hang out like that?
Yep. It's the only place to push the sensor in first without the screw.
We're gonna wait to use the new injectors until we do the motor setup though. So we're just gonna use these old ones for now.
Yeah, that one can go there. I just don't know how the f it's supposed to mount on there.
But we can't use these.
Those don't line up either.
Alright, so we've got the wrong fuel rails. We're gonna have to make a trip to Summit in the morning. But we're gonna at least go ahead and get the intake on tonight. We're not gonna be starting it though, like we thought we were. Unfortunately. So we're gonna untape all this. Putting in the old intake studs.
Sure.
That looks way better than sticking straight up like last time.
Some AC be nice in this place.
Why don't you buy me some?
I'm bored.
Same.
Let's see how much you charge to install motors.
No. That doesn't go there.
$87. Alright, so we have to get some different fuel rails in the morning. And then that's pretty much it. Then we're hopefully going to start her up. Ethan's going to weld up some exhaust that hook up to these and go out our old trusty dusty fender holes. Okay, we're going back to fender exits for now. Yeah, so exhaust, fuel rails, we should be good to fire up. We finally got the right fuel rails. I went to Summit. They gave me a box with no fuel rails in it. So we literally had to go buy these off of a friend. And
now
yeah.
we gotta drill and tap it. I remember what we had to do last time because this hole with these injectors hits in between those two holes.
Yeah.
So we gotta tap it, drill it, tap it, and then bolt it.
So take this off.
No, leave it there because we gotta mark where the hole's at.
Lots of fun.
So what are you doing there?
Putting the injectors in. Then once we drill those holes, we should be good. We should be starting her up in a minute. Now we're putting in the fuel rails finally. Very nice.
So we have the fuel rails in, fuel injectors connected.
Now we gotta plug in the injectors still.
Now we gotta plug in the injectors.
1357.
1357. What's
So that's 2468. That's that side.
that's plugged in? Alrighty.
Watch for fuel leaks.
That should be the last thing.
Here you go, Lacey. You want to see
See fuel
You
leaks.
get down.
Do I need to stay in here?
Watch for fuel leaks.
Okay. The moment of truth.
Oil's good.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Freeze.
Oil's good. Coolant's good.
I mean, that doesn't.
Leave that
matter
off.
right there.
Don't leave it
Don't
closed.
put on. It said.
Gotta give her a little jump.
They fireball. All fire.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
The only thing I think it is we might have got the plugs. I might have got the plugs swapped for the coils. So it's firing 2 when it should be firing 1.
They should be hot yet.
Swap them.
I think I forgot to add that. Remember when we said we were going to get it running like a week before the event? That was a lie because it is now, you know, I got to look at my imaginary watch like always. This is not for dramatic effect. It's Thursday night and we have to have this IOS Fest and Burnout competition tomorrow. We're leaving in the morning. So that's really on brand for us. But yeah, we kept just having the wrong stuff. But we have everything we need now. We just don't know what's wrong.
Only 11 o'clock. We were way
Yeah,
ahead
it's
of
11
schedule.
p.m. So 11 p.m. We're ahead of schedule.
Let's put the plug wires on right there, Greg. Hang on a second. Hang on. Good feeling. That warm? Oh, yeah.
so we got a broken plug wire, and we just robbed this off a customer's 77 Ford over there. Well, he hasn't paid me for it, so technically it's still mine. But we're gonna see if this will fix our problem for now until tomorrow, and then we'll just stop by O'Reilly's and get the right one.
We're always stealing parts out of things.
Yeah.
Normally it's Zach stealing parts out of my stuff.
They should be.
Reasons why my headlights still don't work and my camera tray.
Oh yeah, I heard something spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it sounds inside of something.
Yeah.